Hi there, you're listening to KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm Janine, and this is Get the Funk Out. Standing by to join me is performing artist Krissy Terry, who's launching new platforms for fitness and well-being. Hi, Krissy.
Hi.
You are one busy lady. I was reading your bio.
Yeah.
Tell me a little
Definitely.
backstory on you, how you got to where you are now.
A lot of hard work, a lot of discipline, a lot of tenacity, a lot for being a woman, let me
Yes.
tell you. So it definitely comes from my family for sure. I come from two very hardworking parents from back in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, we came from nothing, and then, through hard work, we were able to get to where we got to. My dad worked 2 full-time jobs. My mother, she worked as well, so I learned a whole lot from him, definitely. And then, I went to college, I danced. I've always worn a whole lot of hats, from being a kid all the way up into my adult years. So, I mean, it's a whole lot that goes into the making of what I do on a daily.
Yeah.
So it takes 2 hours.
What I hear is, resilience, grit, determination.
I think those are good words.
Yeah, that's what I hear. You're into different areas, whether it's music, acting, you're an entrepreneur. Tell me a little bit about your music, what you have going on.
So the music and performing arts, that's definitely my first love. I love it. I've done it my entire life. And the most exciting highlight from it is definitely touring overseas with my own production. That's probably my baby right there. And so I recorded a whole lot of music with some industry's greats, such as Bruno Mars.
Wow.
So that one was my favorite. I was a backup singer for a lot.
Awesome.
So I was able to create my own production and use the songs that I recorded, as well as some top 40 songs. And I toured all over Asia in 41 cities with my backup dancers, MC, DJ, and that was probably my biggest highlight in music. And yes, music
Amazing.
and dance, so probably for that, yeah. So I was a headliner in a bunch of different venues.
And you have an exercise class, a whole fitness routine you do. I know there's Girls' Night Therapy. Could you talk about that?
Close is Girls' Night Fitness. So coming back from
I don't know why I have here Girls' Night Therapy.
It's okay. So coming from what is kind of like therapy,
but
coming from so when I came back from overseas, actually, just to give a little insight, I tore my hamstring twice.
Ooh.
So I came back. I was like, okay, while I was rehabbing, I was thinking to myself, I'm an educated gal, have some business acumen. Let me go ahead and put something together that I know that fits who I am, and that's empowering women to feel confident, fit, and, of course, feeling sexy. Those are the things that I know very well. So I brought that here to the U.S. It's called Girls' Night Fitness, and it can be found in a couple of different locations here in Los Angeles and as well as online. So we're working on a 30-day program come the new year to, like I said, empower women to feel fit, confident, and sexy. So that's pretty much the gist of it, and we do offer in classes as well.
That's great. And it's in West Hollywood and Culver City, is that right?
That's right. And then there's another new location starting October 12th as well, and that's going to be another one in Culver City. So the other is closer to Marina Del Rey, and the other one's in Culver City. It's nearby Dance Line, LA.
Okay. You have a background in TV and film as well. I know you've been on Young and the Restless and all kinds. And how did that come about?
Well, that came about, I'm first definitely more a dancer singer. So with that, my then management, they encouraged me, hey, why don't you just get into some acting classes? And I'm thinking, okay, and they're like, that will help you, more stage presence and just kind of getting out of your own way when it comes to performance. I'm like, hey, let's do that.
Sure.
But little did I realize it was going to actually lead to roles. So I didn't think I was going to do anything with it. So I was like, okay, sure, why not?
Yeah.
And so I did Young and the Restless. I was recurring, and I've done the CW with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yes.
And a couple of indie roles as well. It's called in Las Vegas, and it's actually starred in these. And this is starring next to Eric Roberts. That was my first real indie role, so it was nerve-wracking for me. And then the other, there's been quite a few. There's quite a few. That actually happened prior to me going overseas.
Oh, it did? Okay.
So, yeah, that was prior to going overseas, which was more recent.
Out of all the things you do, is there something that is like your favorite thing to do?
Yes. I love to empower women, for sure. I love performance. I love not only performing, but putting together the entire show. And that's more or less what I did overseas. And I enjoy it. I love the performing arts. Now, business, it comes with it. It comes naturally for me.
Yeah.
And that's just obviously to pay the bills, right?
Sure, of course, yes.
And, but, yeah, definitely in the performing arts, that's like I mentioned earlier, that's definitely my first love. I love it to death. You can express yourself through it. You can allow other people to express themselves as well through it. It's just living completely and 100% fully, and that's what I love about it.
Well, you have a really interesting educational background. You have degrees and certificates in international business, Mandarin, real estate, sports therapy. I think it's great to be very diverse and have different experiences.
Definitely. I definitely agree. It depends on how you look at it. You know, you can look at it from a financial aspect, diversify your funds, right? And you can definitely have multiple revenue streams, which I'm definitely a big fan of. Now, can everyone pull that off? I don't think so. I think it takes a certain individual to do that. And actually, a lot of known actors that I know, they always have their hands in a lot of different pots, and I'm definitely one of those people. I'm a busybody. I like to stay busy. I like to stay active in everything I do. I like to keep my mind stimulated in different parts of the brain, the right side and the left side. It keeps me going throughout the day. It lets me wake up the next day and like, hey, what's the next challenge? I just like a daily challenge. So
I think it's great.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
So the name of my show is Get the Funk Out. And I'm thinking this girl probably doesn't wake up in a funk so often, because you do wake up and you're like excited for life and the next thing you're doing.
Definitely. I'm doing the most, for sure, but in a good way. Planting the seeds, right, for greatness. So I still have a long ways to go with where I want to be in life. I'm probably always going to be that way, so it's constantly a challenge every single day, like, ooh, what's the next?
Right.
So, I love the name of the show.
Thank you. But that's a good way to look at life, is, ooh, what's next, instead of, somebody who's very, pessimistic or very down, And what advice would you give to people that are wanting to do more, that want to get into what you're doing?
Don't talk about it, be about it. Create your destiny, for sure. But the most important thing I would tell definitely my female demographic is specifically with the Girls Night Fitness. I tell them, wake up every day and say, damn, I'm sexy, right? Yeah. It's not even just the physical, but just the whole mental aspect that goes behind that. And that's a part of the whole 30-day program that I have. And it's really just being confident with yourself, believing everything that you want to do in life, and just make it happen. That's bottom line.
Right.
Find a way to make it happen. Don't jump, right? Plan it, but just make it happen. Every day is a step towards that goal, whether it be small or large. Just take a step, right? Don't talk. Just take a mini step or a leap, whatever you have to do, and just be about it. Whether you have to run around with your head chopped off like me, or just do it, right?
Yes.
Do it. Just do it and see what happens. Whatever the best one that gives you the best return, and, whether it's a spiritual return, a financial return, or, a physical type of return, whatever, floats the boat.
Right.
Just do it, right?
And a lot of times,
like Nike said.
Well, it's true. A lot of times people want to do different things and they just talk about it. And, you might have a girlfriend that constantly says, I want to do this, I want to do that. And nothing ever happens with it. And you don't want to have these regrets of, oh, I wish I would have,
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Just do it,
just
right?
Do it,
exactly. Just let me tell you, right? The worst thing that can happen is, it just doesn't pan out the way you want it to.
Right.
But you don't quit. If you truly, strongly believe in something, you have a passion for it, commit. Do it.
Yes.
Do it fully. Make it happen. kill yourself if you have to. Just make it happen.
Right.
Do it, because if not, you're going to look back, when you're, in your, I don't know, 60s and 70s and think, man, I should have did that.
Exactly.
Just try it. Get
Right.
a taste of it,
Yes.
at least. So that would be my best advice.
And you know what? We all also learn from our failures, from things that don't work out. And sometimes some of the greatest things happen as a result of trying and failing. Like something fantastic might open up next.
100%
Right?
correct.
Nailed that.
Because you learn a little bit about yourself as well. You're like, oh, I have a little bit of resiliency here. Oh, I didn't realize I had this.
Exactly.
You end up becoming, you become a person you don't realize that you are. And it just constantly, it's a growing process. And I feel like people are a lot happier when they're able to grow.
Yes.
Because once you're stagnant, if you're at a dead-end job or a job that you don't like, or in a relationship that you're not satisfied with and it's not growing, you're not happy. So, just get out of your own way and just take a step towards, whatever it is you want to achieve. So that's definitely how I look at it.
Definitely. Great advice. So one last
Thank
thing.
you.
How did you get involved with Susan G. Komen?
Actually, through one of my old friends. Well, first of all, I'm a donor,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was being in the entertainment business. They're like, "Hey, well, can you host for us?" I'm like, "Sure." I'm definitely an advocate for it. Yeah, I definitely, unfortunately, have some those that I know who have struggled with cancer. And I'm happy to give back however I can, and specifically towards a movement that a lot of women struggle with as well. So I thought, hey, let me give some advice, let me speak on what I can, and that's basically how I got involved.
I think it's great.
Thanks.
What advice would you like to give the listeners?
What is it?
You've given
Listen to every word I say.
You're so humble.
To all the listeners, I would say, definitely be humble.
Mm-hmm.
And every day, just think about what it is you want to accomplish for that day. Like I said, large and small. Nothing is too small as long as there's growth in it and it's a step forward.
Yes.
And also don't be afraid to take, a couple steps backwards in order for you to take a leap forward.
Ooh, that's
so
good.
that would be my greatest advice. And it's okay to do more than one thing, if you're able.
I agree.
Don't take on too much where you get discouraged because you're running around with your head chopped off without any specific direction in each of those genres.
Mm-hmm.
So everything be concise, be sure about what it is you want to do, and definitely have a plan, have a goal, and attack.
I love it. Because, the industry that you're in, the fact that you worked in acting and now, you're focused on dance and entertainment, but you do other things. I think being very well-rounded is a very important thing for anyone.
Definitely. That's my belief.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has a different school of thought. And I'm the type of person, like I said, I love challenges. I love different goals. And if I'm able to do it, I'm going to do it.
I think it's great. I love it. So,
Thanks.
So where can they find out more about you?
About me personally, well, honestly, I bury my own personal self within my businesses.
Okay.
So, and there you'll be able to find a little bit more info. So I'll start with my baby, which is Girls Night Fitness. So it's, of course, www.girlsnightfitness.com, and you can get all the different studio locations for that if we want to come and feel empowered, fit, and sexy. And it's an amazing class. And then,
Sounds
of course,
great.
there's other businesses as well. There's afbt.co. That's for sports therapy.
Okay.
I mean, I have a couple of other businesses. And then if you want to go online to social media for Girls Night Fitness, you can do that as well. It's at Girls Night Fitness on Instagram. And for me personally, I would definitely try out my personal page, which is at Krissy_Terry. KRISSY_Terry.
Perfect.
TERRY.
Excellent. All right. Well, I want to thank you so much for calling into our studios.
Thank you so much. You guys enjoy your day and love life.
You too. Thanks so much. Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. If you missed any part of this, everything is up on my show blog, getthefunkoutShow.kuci.org. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at moms, MOMZ _rock.